Hey dudes, it's blah, 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 blah. It's your buddy Aaron. I'm
In
here.
1,000 feet,
In
turn
1,000
left.
feet, I'm gonna turn left. So I'm on my way right now to work. It's what I do Monday through Sunday.
Turn left on Dedham Street.
All right, so yeah, I work a lot. Well, leave it at that. I work 7 days a week on average. I usually get one weekend off a month or one weekend day off a month. So on an average month, I work 30 days. I don't like it. I don't think anybody really likes doing this kind of stuff. I also do this YouTube stuff. I had a little bit of extra time over the past few weeks to put a couple extra videos together, and I think I made too many of them, and I flooded my market. Now people don't know what to watch anymore, so I'm probably not going to post much for a few days here. I'm not sure what else to really say about it. So I posted a bunch of AI content. I've been using Suno.com religiously now for pretty close to a year. I've written some, I don't know, 200 or 300 songs probably on Suno.com. Some of them were lyric sheets and stuff that I've had notebooks full of since I was in high school. I've been writing music lyrics my entire life, poetry and music, because sometimes I get bored and it's a vent for me to get stuff out. Things happen in life, and it's a way of putting things down on paper to let it out of your soul. I don't expect all people to understand what it is I'm really talking about. I speak to some musicians and they understand. I speak to some lay people that aren't musicians, that aren't necessarily musically inclined. I'm not saying that they don't like music, and I'm not saying they can't play an instrument. Just saying they're not inclined to feel the way that I'm talking about. So I'm going to try to explain something here. Some musicians, some people who create art, feel that art inside passionately. It's not like something that they just throw together and they put it out into the world and it's done and they never think about it again. Most artists will make a song, painting, a book, and as soon as I do this, sorry about that. Looks like we're having some technical difficulties. Yeah. I'm not Evan Baxter by any means whatsoever. That was actually funny when Steve Carell did it. But I think of myself as a little bit of an artist. And as an artist, I create art. And I understand that feeling of things are never complete. But I also understand that some musicians get dry spells. Some writers get dry spells. Some artists get dry spells and they can't think anymore. And I know a lot of people are going to give me slack for saying things like this, but I think AI is an awesome engine tool as far as inspiration is concerned, because sometimes when you sit there and draw a blank and you can't think of the next thing, sometimes it helps to talk to another artist, another musician, somebody else who has creative content ideas in their soul. Now, I'm not saying AI has creative content things in their soul, but AI is exposed to way more data than I am and has heard and seen things that I haven't. Will make suggestions on things that I won't think about. And to me, that's a decent resource tool that can be exploited by somebody who's a decent musician, who's a decent artist, who's a decent performer. You can take some of these ideas that may have been from another culture, may have not even existed. Maybe the AI engine came up with it all on its own. If the artist still performs it, is it not still art? Just because the AI had the inspiration, there was the muse, does it change it? Is it no longer art? And I am of the group that believes that art is art. It's made by a maker. Some of it's good, some of it's not, but it's art. Milli Vanilli is art. I don't respect it. I liked the songs because they had good production value, but the fact that the two dudes that were the lead singers of the band couldn't even sing and they lip synced to every performance they ever did kind of sucked. But you look at music now, those guys took a lot of flack for it, lost their entire career, and the average musician now on performance on stage lip syncs to their own music. Say probably 80% of artists out there right now lip sync to their own songs. That's crazy. How could that even be possible? Why would someone pay $50, $60, $80, $150, $350 to go to a concert to watch somebody lip sync to their music? That's not art. Now, the stage director, like my friend Suna Ruthier and a bunch of other stage directors that do large stage shows, these people are artists, especially when they're dealing with musicians and creators that don't actually create anything. They're just a marketing campaign with a face and a profile that's being distorted by the media in order to make that person seem better than what they really are, so that you'll buy the record or production that was produced with their name on it. Some people call that art. Some people want that. Some people really need that fluff. Musicians, for the most part, will be the guys that are the ones, or the women that are hanging around telling you that, where did all the good music go? And it's out there. Trust me, I keep finding it all over the place. It exists. It's just being buried with so much fluff, it's hard to find now. There's a lot of garbage that gets pushed into our faces every single day. Lots of garbage. And that being said, I'm going to make a statement here. Matt Groening, yes, that Matt Groening from The Simpsons, Futurama, hundreds of other TV shows and cartoons, that Matt Groening is now on a publicity campaign telling people to not watch Fox News or faux news. $780 million scandal. They do not have your interests at all in mind. Fox Business, Fox News, everything Fox, everything Rupert Murdoch, and whether it be, the Wall Street Journal or not, I'm going to say that everything that the Rupert Murdoch Corporation, that family owns, has in some way ties to fake information. And I'm not interested in it. Matt is telling people to avoid using it, to just walk up to a television playing Fox News and turn it off. If no one's paying attention, they have no voice. And right now, their voice is too loud. I wish there was a way to be able to tell the media to stop reporting on Trump. Because the only reason he does half of the crap he's doing is because it gets him attention. He's an attention seeker. And as long as people keep talking about him, he's happy. That's the problem. He's like a fucking pig in shit right now because he's able to just do whatever the fuck he wants. No one's going to stand in his way and tell him he can't. And he's just playing like this is his bathtub and where are all the toys that he gets to play with while he's taking his bath. I'm not too impressed. But that's got nothing to do with my channel tanking. That's got nothing to do with me not having anybody watching right now. I've been on for 10 minutes and I haven't had a single viewer watching. YouTube doesn't want me on YouTube. And I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong and why no one wants to watch me, because it's not like my content has changed that crazily. I was told, oh, it's because you're not making 4K videos and you're not posting things online that are longer. You're doing too many short format films. You're doing, less than 3 minutes. You're doing less than a minute sometimes. Some of your videos are less than 10 or 15 seconds long. Hundreds of my videos are less than 15 seconds long. I do this as a hobby. I don't want to spend my whole life making movies. I'm not a movie maker. I'm not a cinematographer. I'm doing this as entertainment for you guys and myself to watch this when I'm bored. I don't like watching television. I don't like being exposed to commercial advertising. I don't like being used as a piece of tool for the propaganda machine. I'm sorry, I just have no interest in trying to be manipulated by somebody who I don't think is worth manipulating me. Not that I really think anybody is worth manipulating me, but if that's your entire goal and you can't even be honest to my face and tell me the truth, then I have no interest in you whatsoever. Hands down, that's how I feel. If you're gonna lie to my face and try to convince me that I need something that I don't need, and then tell me all the amazing benefits that it's going to fix for me that aren't even problems in my life, but somehow you created a problem that I now need your device in order to solve. I'm sorry. I don't need any of that stuff. I don't need anything. To be honest, don't even need what I'm driving right now. I could probably find a job closer to my house. Wouldn't make as much money, most likely, but I'd be able to walk there and I would be out less than $800 every month on a car. So, now it's recording again. This is what happens when you drive through the woods. Traveling back and forth between Quincy, Mass and Ashland, Mass, taking the back roads for probably more than half of my ride. It's like 27, 28 miles, I think, on a day when I don't have to drive towards Gillette and Foxborough. If I go in the other direction and I head up towards like Woburn, it's a little bit faster, less miles. Go one way and it's like 28 miles, and the other way it's like 35 miles, I think. But based on traffic on 95, sometimes going the other way, even though it is 7 miles longer, is actually about 15 or 20 minutes shorter. It's just a lot of people that like to use the roads that I use. A lot of people like to use the roads that I use. Don't know if you guys are all familiar with the Quincy metro area or Boston traffic. When they say Boston has the worst traffic in the world, what they actually are saying is Quincy has the worst traffic in the world and Dorchester has the worst traffic in the world. And it's most of the traffic is on what's called the Neponset Bridge in Quincy, and it's like twice a day. The Neponset Bridge is, I don't know, I don't even think it's a half of a mile from one end to the other end of the entire bridge, and I've had it take over an hour. I could literally get out of my car and walk to the other side of the bridge, back to my car, back across the bridge, like 4 times in the amount of time it takes to get over that bridge in the morning. Wow, that vehicle was definitely out of tune. Burning real rich. I can smell gas like it's just pouring out of that truck's trunk. I don't even know. Everything. Close that back up. That's all you can smell is fuel. It reminds me of my dad's Mustang. growing up as a kid, my dad had sold it recently. Had a 1967 Ford Mustang GTA 390 Fastback. Wicked car. If you're into automobiles, you'll know what that is. Everybody knows what that is. If you don't know what that is, then you're not really into cars, because that's... Let's just say that's one of the cars that started the whole muscle car thing. I mean, I know other people are going to say, oh, the GTO and the Judge and all these other cars, but I don't know. Man, Ford Mustang was an entry-level basic means of family transportation with, a decent 6 in it, and then a small V8 block as a base model engine. And then you got these hot tuned, it wasn't really a hot tune, it was a pickup truck engine with a lot of torque. Or you could get the 427, depending on which model you want to choose. Eventually they came out with a 350 or a 351, I believe, that went into one of the cars. But Ford decided to take a relatively cheap, inexpensive car and then shoehorn in a really huge motor, and that's part of what's created the whole muscle car craze, was the 1966 and the 1967 Ford Mustang GT 500s. And I think Carroll Shelby and a few other people from the mid-60s did a lot to push that. It brought in a lot of money to Ford, allowed them to develop the cars that Carroll was trying to race at Le Mans, which in turn ended up winning, and they succeeded in their goal of making Ferrari look bad by coming in for a second and third. That being said, I don't think Ferrari has successfully done much in the way of actually destroying all the competition in the past, 60 years. Ferrari still makes good race cars. I'm not going to say they don't. But there is a lot of stuff out there that's very competitive to Ferrari and is extremely much better. Completely personal opinion. But if you're one of those people that's still out there looking at Ferraris on your magic wall going, someday I'm going to have this car, I'll tell you right now, chances are there's a better vehicle out there for you than the Ferrari. Just going to say it. I'm going to be completely honest. Ferrari made really cool cars 40 years ago. Ferrari still makes cool cars, but their cool is not any cooler than anything else. You can get a Lotus Evija. You can get any number of Aston Martins. You can get a freaking Corvette. You can get a Corvette that'll make a 456 look slow. Why would you buy a Ferrari when you can have a Corvette? And they look almost identical now. So, what's the difference? The Lotus Evija, that doesn't look all that different either. So you're basically looking at a very similar style again. We're all looking at a Ferrari 456. Do you think that the Ferrari is honestly that much better than a Corvette? I tell you right now, the Corvette's more reliable, it's cheaper to fix, cheaper to buy, maybe not for much longer. Who knows? We'll see. I have this weird feeling that Ferrari is going to get bought out again, and then they're going to get rid of a bunch of models and bring in another SUV. That's my feeling. Fiat's losing lots of money with Stellantis, or Stellantis is losing a lot of money with Fiat and other acquisitions. You're going to take a car like Ferrari and try to make it profitable when it never was. Ferrari's never been profitable. Ferrari was always a child for Enzo to be able to go racing, and that was it. It was the only reason Ferrari made cars was to support Enzo's racing career. Since Enzo isn't here, Ferrari has focused on doing the same thing that a lot of other major manufacturers have done, and that's corporate greed. Ferrari has focused on creating products that will line the pockets of the people that work at Ferrari or the people who invest in Ferrari. not the consumer. Reliability has gone up a little bit, but at this point, I would say that you're better off buying a Lamborghini. Even if it does catch on fire, the Lamborghini is probably still a better deal. Ferrari is, I don't know. I mean, it's, for someone who's never driven one, and I've only ever been close to them by like standing next to them, I don't see where the value comes from. There's nothing special about a Ferrari that I see that can't be replicated by somebody else for less. If you want Cartier jewelry because it says Cartier on it, buy a Ferrari. If you want hands down performance, if you want the watch that's going to tell you the time when you need to know the time, and it's going to be accurate, and it's always going to be accurate, and it's going to be quality craftsmanship, and it's going to last you a lifetime, buy Citizen. I guess that's what I got to say. I'm just about at work. No one's going to watch this video. I'll be lucky if this gets 1 view. So I'm not too worried about this video. This is probably just going to get deleted. Because just like everything else that's going on with the YouTube channel right now, everything seems forced. And I'm feeling confused with using YouTube. And I think I might need a break in order to be able to get my creative juices flowing again without having to feel a need to use AI in order to try to produce things faster. Because it really does seem like the AI is what's taking my channel and dragging it to the ground. If by any chance somebody does watch this and you have the desire to listen to my entire fucking rant, and you like AI music, please leave a link, comment, statement, something here so I know. I'm curious if anybody is actually going to listen to the AI stuff. If it's just a waste of my time, I'm not going to post the AI videos on this channel because I don't want to just post things to post things. I want to post things because, well, they're going to get views and people are going to watch them. If you don't like AI music and you don't want me to put AI music on my channel because you enjoy watching my channel, leave me a message. I read everything. I really do. If I don't respond to a message you left, it's probably because I don't know the correct words to say to you what I'm thinking with either not sounding insulting or derogatory. But if your words aren't derogatory, then I don't have a need to feel that way. So let's just remember that if you don't have something really nice to say, maybe sometimes it's not appropriate to say anything at all. That being said, I'm not trying to control you or tell you what to say. I'm just saying that if you say something on here in regards to this video that's extremely negative or derogatory towards me, there's a chance that I just won't respond to you at all. But you'll see me respond to everybody else. I enjoy what I'm doing. I want to help make people's lives better. I want to entertain you and make you feel like, you know, today wasn't a waste of time for you. And if I can make you laugh, I can tell you a joke, I can let you listen to a song that'll fill your spirits and make you feel a little bit better for maybe 15, 20 minutes every day. Well, you know what? I guess that's worth my time. Thank you very much for watching patiently for the past 24 and a half minutes. My name is Aaron O'Clair. Welcome to my channel. Maybe there'll be more AI music. Maybe there won't. That's all up to you. Why don't you tell me what you want me to do? Peace, fuckers.